On the 12th of November 1937, Japan once again refused to participate in the international conference convened to address the ongoing war with China, further isolating itself diplomatically and signaling its rejection of foreign mediation efforts. Back in Europe, in France, President Albert Lebrun and Air Minister Pierre Cotte officially inaugurated Le Bourget International Airport on the northern outskirts of Paris. Designed by architect Georges Labro, the airport was celebrated as a modern symbol of French aviation progress. It would later be destroyed during World War II and rebuilt after the end of the war. The memoir Out of Africa by Danish author Karen Blixen, also known to write under the fake name of Isaac Dinesen, was published, recounting her years managing a coffee plantation in colonial Kenya. Finally, over in the United States, the crime film The Last Gangster, starring Edward G. Robinson, premiered, dramatizing the decline of organized crime in America's interwar years. The average temperature in Berlin was, let me see right here, 2.2 degrees. It's almost freezing, guys. 2.2. Yeah, it's going to start freezing soon. Not that badly, but a bit. Anyway, today I want to have a look at my boats. So let's have a look at production. This is the Scharnhorst that we are designing right here. Let's see if we can change the design of it, upgrade it a bit. We have some naval XP to work with. Now I made one, a nice heavy ship in the original save. For those of you that don't know, the first year was actually recorded before the Gotterdammerung DLC launched. And then they came with a DLC revamping Germany, and I'm going to play Germany for 8 years, of course. So I had to make a tough call and replay the entire first year on stream. I did, actually. You can probably find it if you look hard enough somewhere on my channel. But anyway, somewhere around November 1936, we designed a boat, and I forgot everything about it. So Alton was actually the one that helped me design that boat, and he's also the one that suggested I should redesign it now. So I think, let me think. Look at everything. We don't want the production costs to become too high. Do want to improve stuff. Anti-air is not that important. This is heavy machine guns, front one custom. We can just simply upgrade it. That adds a lot of production cost though, but it takes the heavy attack way up, 54 instead of 36. Reduces anti-air though, interestingly enough. I'm starting to have doubts as to whether this even is. Yeah, no, it's probably one of these actually that we have equipped on it. We don't want anti-air, we want heavy batteries, I think. But the production cost is going to skyrocket. Then over here we can have secondary batteries. I think we want the light attack and the light piercing, no? Heavy battery really only adds heavy attack. Although against Britain, right? What do we want, heavy or light attack? I honestly don't know. I have literally zero experience with the Navy in this game, other than having my fleet sunk repeatedly as the US fighting against Japan. Aircraft facilities, float plane catapult. I once watched a Navy tutorial where they said you should have some very fast boats with these things on it that have they provide surface detection, right? You send them out, and then that detects the enemy ships, and when they get into a confrontation, they are able to get away because they're fast. And then you can use your strike force, so to speak, to go hunt down the fleet. What I really need is a real Navy expert, to be honest. So I'm just going to look at all the options. We could obviously, we already have the upgraded engine. We can upgrade the secondary batteries. That seems like it's definitely worth it. Barely adds production cost and just really increases our light attack and light piercing at the cost of a little bit of speed. I'm definitely going to do that. Anti-air, I guess we can upgrade to 2 as well. Literally does not seem to have a drawback at all. other than a small amount of production costs. So let's do that. This is anti-air too. So let's upgrade that as well for now. Maybe we wasted some XP there, but we can still add heavy batteries if we want. So these things are very good at anti-air, I would say. And they have decent heavy attack as well. We already have, I think these are... Yeah, these give heavy attack and heavy piercing. So that's where we get most of this from. Air, battery, anti-air, fire control system, rear 1 custom, front 1 custom, mid 1, mid 2. We don't have this unlocked yet, but that would be good as well. We could increase the armor. That's going to really increase the refit cost, but not so much the production cost, to be honest. It's going to go from armor 20 to 28. We could go for battleship armor and get 36 instead. We'll make you use more supplies. We'll slow it down. But it will also improve the armor even more. Okay, so the real questions are battleship armor and battlecruiser armor. And is it worth putting more heavy guns on this? And yeah, that basically. Production cost is now 88.66. I believe it was 86 something before. Anyway, that was a long little stint about the Scharnhorst class there. We can look at other boats as well. But I'm not going to do them all in one day. Actually, speaking of doing things in one day, now that I'm thinking about it, let's have a quick look at the division name suggestions section over here. In fact, I can pull it up. Look, wow. Ghost Division and plot armor are definitely getting in, I said. So I guess we're doing one of those today. Let's do the Ghost Division. I think that's a cool name for a unit in Japan. Not so much a mountaineer vibe though. I think I'm gonna take this 23rd Infantry Division. Call it the Geister Division, yeah. We already have Steiner's Geister, so it's a bit of a trend, I guess. But I guess you would see that, you know, similar division names in the same army as certain tropes get popularized throughout the ranks. That's fine. The Geister Division. And then we have Steiner's Geister. And the Göttliche Wind, yeah. And the Kirschblüten. And the Meiji. And we have a bunch more. And die Hauptmänner von Köpenick. That's based on a movie, I think. And the Höhlenfeuer. And the Raging Kajuns, yeah. And the 69th. We're not renaming that one. Anyway. I've been talking for a long time, I think. Let's actually play the game. This bubble is going to keep changing color today, I do believe. So let's return to Spain, where things are more directly and imminently interesting. Oh, I say that, but really we're attacking into the unplanned offensive modifier still, so really not much is going to happen, I think. But I do want to see if we are making any progress at all. This enemy division is now at 18.7. And over here we have... Ooh, this, oh yeah, here's Steiner's Geister, yeah. The Soviet tanks at 2.8 organization, they just lost some actually. That's good. And the this Republican guy at 39 point something. Good, good, good. Our planes are still working magic over here. Over here we're still good as well. We recently had some trouble keeping control of the skies, but that seems to be resolved now. I think that's also contributing to these battles. Because even if we don't do direct damage with the airplanes, there's still this bonus as well, enemy air superiority. I don't know what the effect of it is, because it doesn't say so, but anyway. Alright guys, I think this episode's been long enough. See you guys tomorrow. Cheers, and remember to have a nice day.